Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Sword and Shield. And this one we're going to take a look at how to get a Gigantamax Centiskorch. Now the first thing you're going to need to do is make sure you have at least one wishing piece. Wow, I thought it wasn't there for a second. Don't worry about too much if you're low on watts. If you follow this method and it still works exactly the same when you come to doing this, then you have to do exactly what I'm doing now. Oh, we've got a purple in the distance, look. We're going to be ignoring that though. If you do this, you'll find that all of the dens reset very often, so you'll be able to come around and get as much watts from all this stuff as you want. Obviously we're doing this at end game. I can't say whether or not you'll get 5-star raids at that point, or if you'll even get Centiskorch available. Maybe you'll get like a lower level one, I don't know. But obviously this is just me kind of collecting stuff at the end. And you're going to want to come around to this bit here, where we have the rocks. We're going to have the bike here. So once we arrive, let's clear this out. And do that. You're going to want to go to your options, make sure you are in slow text. This is going to be important in a second. And then go ahead and make a save. Okay, so now that we're all prepped and we are ready to go, what we want to do is we want to start dropping wishing tokens in here. Wow, can you leave me alone, please? It doesn't really matter where we are now. And essentially, we're going to allow this to play out. And then from here, let's just explain that once we press yes, we're going to be pressing the home button. And we're going to be trying to keep an eye out for whether or not we get a purple or a red beam come out of this den. If it's a red beam, then we'll reset the game. If not, then we'll come back in. Let's see how this goes. I often find if it takes longer, then it can often mean there's a purple one, but it's not in that case. So we're going to go ahead and close the game out, just to show you guys how this is going to end up working when you come back into the game. Wow, I've got somebody doing something. I think that means I've got a friend online. I'm really not very good with the whole Nintendo Switch notifications. Now, I'm actually unsure as to whether or not you're going to need Nintendo Switch Online. I was originally convinced that you did, but I don't always seem to have to actually connect to the internet to make the next part work. But anyway, so as you can see, we're back here, exactly where we were. Try to put another one in. That's a red one again. So, I'm going to cut until we get a purple beam, and I'll be right back. Okay then everybody, so once you've cycled through, I actually made a couple of mistakes. I used an extra couple of wishing stones. If that happens, just defeat the monster, and then use your next one, you'll be fine. At this point, you'll be able to recoup any watts that you spend. Too many, in fact. So as you'll see in here, we don't actually have the Centiskorch available right now. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to press invite others, wait for the timer to start, and then head into your systems all the way down to the bottom, and then back to the game, exit. What you'll see is this will flash as if it's a new raid, and that'll reset what's inside for us. So you're going to want to do this until, that's a Ninetales, that's really nice. So of course you're going to want to do this until the Pokemon that you want appears. This can take quite a while when it's one of the rarer ones. And I can't say whether or not this is going to get patched later. I don't know kind of how intrinsic to the coding this is, because the weather and everything all seems very date related on the Switch. So it's pretty cool. But so you guys don't need to see me do all of this. This can take a little bit of time. So again, I'll cut until we actually have a Centiskorch in front of us. See you in a second. Okay then, so after about half an hour of cycling through this, and I apologise that it does take a while, we have ourselves a Centiskorch. There's this icon right there, so keep an eye out. Before you go in, make sure you take a save. This way, if something goes wrong, you can just exit your way out and restart the battle. With that being said, if I don't successfully catch this on the first time, I am not going to repeat it, so you guys will see me fail. That's because, basically, for the purpose of the video here, I am going to go in on my own. Obviously, you'll get some NPCs that accompany you, but this is way easier if you go online and have players join you, because players are just much better at being aggressive and taking down the shields of the Gigantamax Pokemon. In terms of typings, the best typing to bring in here is a rock type, or have a rock type move. That is going to be ×4 effective on this guy, but I don't actually have a good one myself to bring in, so I'm bringing in my my starter here, Mr. Rango. Make sure at the beginning of any of these Gigantamax raids you use Dynamax on the first turn. Otherwise, you're basically just going to miss out on it because it kind of like decharges itself on the second turn. So you're just missing out on free damage if you don't take it immediately. Now to see if we can get ourselves a Centiskorch. Good old Rango. He's pretty quick as well, so he should get straight in there with a nice hit on it. Smash. That's going to take us down to the first shields. Boom. Shields are going to come on. Hopefully these guys will be nice and effective for me. We've got a fire ground tip there. That should be fairly resistant. We've got Wobbuffet, which is a psychic type, and Pikachu is electric, so nothing that is super effective against. So we may well be okay. We'll see how this goes. So that's its G-Max move. Used against the best one, really. This is going to be the one that has the most ineffectiveness. Other things to note, obviously only 4 feints are allowed during one of these battles, so if one of them goes down, they'll be out for a turn, it'll come back in, and that can happen up to 4 times. Obviously with a maximum amount of turns of 10. Which should be well enough, really. It's just a matter of whether or not if it focuses down one of the weaker Pokemon. So like if it keeps on targeting Corcol or Rango, then we're good. If it targets like Pikachu or something, and like one-shots it, then we're in trouble. Although Wobbuffet's probably at the most danger because it's a bug type and Wobbuffet is psychic, so it's going to be super effective against Wobbuffet. So that's probably the weakest point in the lineup that we have right here. It's going to take that off though. Hopefully, Corcol will get in there with a ground or a rock type move. Thunderbolt will do. There goes one of our feints. Now I might be lucky. We're doing okay. We're on 1 feint so far. I mean, it's going to be out for a turn, so we've kind of got a turn to take a bit more damage off it. Clear Smog. What? I did nothing. It's just powered itself back. Great. Ooh, nice that it can increase its accuracy. It's a shame that it has to be in Gigantamax form for that to work. Okay. This is our final one. So obviously you only get 3 turns Dynamax. Rango's going to return to normal side, its shields are going to come back up. So we need to get through those shields and then take its health down. Depending on the order in which this does, yeah, Pikachu stands, that's 2 feints away. This is why it's bad, right? And it's kind of annoying that Corcol didn't take it down or anything. Flame Wheel. I mean, luckily we're going to be resistant to this round of attacks between the two Pokemon we've got left out. Of course it uses a Flame type move, not that it matters against that, it's fine. The policeman, like, attack on Titan face really freaks me out. Wolf's going to come back out, it's probably going to target it again. This is really going to probably fail now. I want to go for Scald. If you can get a burn on it, it might help. I don't know if you can burn it through the shield, but it'll just help out a bit. Additionally, super effective moves seem to do bits of damage through the shield. So the more super effective moves you get, the lower its health is going to be when the shield finally breaks. If you happen to get it low enough, it's going straight down. Look, oh, not quite. Hopefully we've got an attack through. Speed Felt, Flame Wheel. Amnesia, really? Useless. It did nothing for anybody. That didn't. Okay, that did take one of its things down. It's actually kind of frustrating that had Corcol actually attacked there, would be in range of taking it down. Because Rango's going to go first, it's going to waste Scald Look, which, had one of the others gone first, would have probably finished it there. So, we need to hope that it doesn't KO 2 Pokemon. There's one. So, if it attacks Pikachu, it's over. Whoa. Oh, I just paralysed it. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Okay, so slowed it down. Still got 2 moves left. Excellent. Okay. Well done, Pikachu, for paralysing it. That should be game over. Smash. Pikachu just paralysing it at the end there just saved me. Woohoo! Okay. I've said this on all the other videos as well. I'm completely unsure as to whether or not the type of ball, probably other than the Master Ball, makes a difference. I've been continually using Ultra Balls. I mean, if it does, it probably means that the Heavy Ball's best, because I'm going to make the assumption that in Dynamax mode they're all really heavy. Let's wish me luck here, see if we can get a Centiskorch. If not, then I'll do it in private anyway. Hey, there we go, we've got a Gigantamax Centiskorch, we're all good. And that also means that the amount of Dynamax Pokemon we've got, or Gigantamax Pokemon we've got, is rising nicely. It's another one biting the dust. Anyway guys, hopefully this was helpful for you, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you then.